Hello, my name is Israel Peña, and this is my project, Pede Play. Today I'm going to be recording at a park. This week's video is not really a tutorial, it's more of a suggestion of how you can use Quantiloop and apeMatrix together. A boring guy who stayed home is going to give a quick explanation of how apeMatrix works.
So let's think about it like this. This side or this row are the sources, the sound sources, and these are the destinations. So if we open, and when you want to add instruments or audio units or interrupt audio apps, it can filter them by you can select all of them, effects with MIDI, instruments and generators, I guess, and MIDI. So right now I want to add a Tines instance. Let's tell it to connect, and as you can see, this is input 1 and this is outputs 1 and 2. So now Tines is connected or is patched to outputs 1 and 2. It has this cross circle because Tines cannot receive audio, so it cannot be a destination. It will never be able to be a destination. Now I'm going to open the virtual keyboard. It's automatically patched, but if you want to patch MIDI, you click here and you can see the matrix, the MIDI patch bay for MIDI. So right now the virtual keyboard is going to Tines. Okay, now let's add an effects. Let's add this reverb from numerical audio. Let's tell it to connect. I'm not hearing the effect yet because Tines is not patched to the reverb. So let's patch it. Click in there. Now Tines is going to the reverb and you can hear it. Let's open this and let's use Cathedral preset and close that and close this. And let's turn the mix to 100. So right now this reverb RF1 is only we will only hear the wet signal, completely wet signal. Now I can also so we can now see this point, like Tines going directly to the outputs as a dry signal, and this would be the wet signal. We can lower or increase the gain, touching and then dragging down and dragging up to increase it. So let's put that at about 5. Let's also lower the gain. Now let me add another effects. RE1, which is a tape delay. It's very pretty. And let's turn this to completely wet. Let's add some feedback, BPM sync, and put this at there. No hiss, so wow, and flutter. And there's no delay because Tines is not patched to the delay to RE1 yet. So let's add this patch point right there and we can hear that. Now the cool thing about this is that we can like very quickly patch the signal to any of these effects, but also I could patch the delay signal to let's put the signal. Let's add some dry signal there. And now I'm going to patch R1, the delay, to the reverb. Which is pretty cool. Or vice versa. I can patch the reverb to the delay. Now, let me show you. It's just the wet reverb signal that it's being affected by the delay. So it's pretty cool. So that's apeMatrix. If you're interested to learn a little bit more, I saw Doug Woods has a pretty good explanation and tutorial. I think it's hard to make a complete tutorial for apeMatrix because it has a lot of possibilities. Now let me show you how I'm trying to use this with Quantiloop.
Okay, so now I want to show you how I use Quantiloop in apeMatrix. And the first thing I'm going to do is load Quantiloop in apeMatrix. It should be in the inner app audio gen filter. I'm going to use the main out, and let's tell apeMatrix that it connects. Good. I should have brought a mic stand to make this easier. Now let's go to Quantiloop. I'm going to map the paths in the launch control 1 through 4 to tracks 1, 2, 3, and 4 in Quantiloop. Okay, so if you don't remember how to do that, this is what we are going to do. First, I'm going to click on the MIDI icon that says in. I'm going to let the Omni setting, because I don't really know what channel it's going to be sent from. So let's click on MIDI control assignments, and let's click on that is rec play dub for track 1. Let's click on learn, and I'm going to press the control, the pad that I want to assign for that. And yeah, I think it's cool. Now, yeah, it's momentary. Cool. Now, for track 2, click on learn, press pad 2, save. 3, same thing, click on learn, press pad 3, and save. And then for track 4, same thing, learn, and then save. So yeah, that's it. Now let's select the input, and for this we're going to choose instrument plugin, and in recent I have recently used apeMatrix Bus A, so let's use that. And now let's go back to apeMatrix, and I'm going to open the individual track outputs from Quantiloop. Alright, and I'm not going to patch them through to any outputs or any effects yet. So then I'm going to open I want to use audio unit instrument, and I'm going to use GeoShred. Okay, let's just check that. Yeah, we have audio there. Let's close it for a moment, and let's lower the gain for GeoShred. That's better.
GeoShred is patched to outputs 1 and 2. Let's patch that to bus A in apeMatrix, and we should. Yeah. Now I can also I can also control the gain from GeoShred with my launch control, and so to do that I can click here in the menu button and click on control, and then find the, you don't have the names here, so let's see what it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's AU6 or instrument 6, so let's click that, and you have the option to control it with a MIDI or to control by MIDI by the gyroscope or the accelerometer and an LFO. So right now I'm going to use MIDI, and I'm going to use this, the first knob here, and I'm going to let it go all the way down to 25, and this one at minus 11 there. Okay, so now I can I can control the gain or the output, GeoShred's output. Now, let me close this. Let's close GeoShred for the moment. I'm going to add the same reverb from numerical audio. I'm going to add another one here. That's in effects, audio units, and it's RF1. Tell it to connect, and then RE12, the same delay, and I'm going to open the cathedral preset from RF1 and tell it to output the whole wet mix, and same thing for the delay. Let's give it more feedback, and let's have the delay at about there. More wow and flutter. Yeah, that'll be enough right now. So now I'm going to make a couple of loops in Quantiloop, and then patch each individual track output to these two effects I have going on here. But another fun thing about apeMatrix is the LFOs that can control any parameter, kind of like an automation. So I'm going to add Turnado, and I'm going to I'm going to make every control have an LFO. By the way, you can sync it to the tempo of the project, and you can also select the range that you wanted to move the control by, and the shape. These are the shapes, the LFO shapes that you can use. I really like these two, the last two ones, but let's use a square LFO for that one. Basically, square is just on and off. And that one. And the dictator, I'm going to assign it to pad number 5. What? It's not working. What? Oh, because it has to be a CC. So I'm going to use this knob for that. And as you can see, Turnado is moving. The controls in Turnado are going up and down because the LFOs. The reason I want to control the dictator is so that all the controls can, the knobs can go back to 0 at some point. Otherwise, it would just, start. It would never catch a different note. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you use Tornado, you understand what I'm talking about. So let's play the same loops. Okay, so I have track 1 and 2. This is the beatbox, and this is one of the guitars. And then I'm going to bring it back to 0 so it can start getting some notes. You can hear that. Let me use factory abnormal break. Let's try it one more time. And let's patch the delay to Turnado 2. Yeah, so this lends itself pretty well for crazy experimentation. You can assign different parameters from RF1, like the size, the decay, to an LFO, and like you will hear different sizes too. And Turnado can go on forever if you let it. And let's see how that sounds. And then Turnado to the delay. So you can. The cool thing about apeMatrix is that you can patch, different tracks from Quantiloop to different effects, and also the LFOs, and then you can do very crazy noises and experiment with sounds and stuff. So that's how I like to use. That's why I like to use apeMatrix with Quantiloop, and this is how I started doing. If you have any other ways or ideas on how it can be used, how they can be used together, so don't forget to put that in the comments down below. And if you enjoy the content that I'm making for this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, if you want, you can check out my bandcamp and support me by buying some of the music I have there. I just have one EP though. But thank you very much for watching. You rock.